Sophomore running back Jamaal Williams led the team last year in rushing against the Irish and now preparing for the rematch. And we welcome Jamaal back to True Blue. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
How big of a game will it be to go back to Notre Dame Stadium on Saturday and play them again?
Man, it's going to be a wonderful experience to go back there again and actually feel like we're more prepared and confident to go in there and get the W. You
look back to last year, and there were maybe 8 different ways that you could have won that game. Does that taste still stay with you 12 months later?
Yeah, of course. The hardest ones is the ones you barely lose. So we feel like we got a chip on our shoulder. We're going to go in there, execute, and hopefully just don't make too many mistakes.
Not many teams get to go back-to-back to Notre Dame Stadium. So maybe last year was the year where you see the Golden Dome and the touchdown Jesus and the history. Do you feel this year will be more of a business trip?
I feel like last year was a business trip for me too. You enjoy the moments, the little things, being in the stadiums and stuff, but every time you go on the field, it's always business, and it's gonna be the same going back in there, but I feel like it's a little bit more personal this time since we lost last year.
Team's playing well. You had 131 yards early on in that game against Idaho State, a game you expected to win, but also an important game to kind of touch up on some things. Do you feel this offense is ready to go back to South Bend?
Yeah, we might have a little bit of little injuries and all, but I feel like we're ready to go back there and leave our mark in the stadium, but it's just us executing and not worrying about them, but just doing our job and just having fun, and don't be too serious out there though. You just remember it's football, you always got to have fun while doing it.
You seem to be having fun. We were watching you dance during warm-ups at Camp Randall Stadium, which has become a tradition for how you get ready for games. You're always smiling, and yet you're also the guy taking most of the hits. How do you balance that out?
I don't know. It's just football for me, I guess. It's just having fun.
So explain what's going on here in this variety of pregame moves for your ritual.
All right, so pretty much started it with Paul, because Paul's my roommate, and just said, hey, let's start dancing before the games and get ourselves ready. And Paul's always been my shooter most of the time. One time I had my mom do it, but it's just me and Paul having fun, and one of these games, I'm going to get Paul to dance for me. He said he won't, but I'm going to get him to do it.
I remember over there at Wisconsin, our photographer was looking for you to shoot some warm-up B-roll. Like, where's Jamaal? And we're like, he's the only guy over there dancing. And out there on the 15-yard line, getting loose. But that's part of your deal, isn't it? To have fun and get out there and run as hard as you can.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just before the game, you want to have fun and enjoy yourself, and just realize that you're grateful to be playing this game on such a great level. And once you get out there and it's time to go, that's when you put your big boy pants on and you go out there and you do your best.
Looking at some of your numbers here with some accomplishments ahead for you. When you get hit hard by a linebacker and he takes you out and you jump right back up, do you acknowledge him and say, hey, nice hit, or do you pretend it never happened, go back to the huddle and come after him again? What's going on out there?
When it's a good hit, you gotta give him acknowledge. Just slap on the helmet, great hit, you just get back up and do it again. It's just pretty much it's a competitive sport, but when you see that somebody's good and they're doing their job, you just have to acknowledge them sometimes. That just shows respect for the game and for your opponent too.
Your ability to hang on to the football and take major hits. It would be how I think most of us would describe you as to how you play. Fumbling is not part of your nature, and it hasn't been. How come?
It's just what I was born not to do, really. From Pop Warner to high school, it's always been an emphasis from my coaches to hold on to the ball, because that's one of the greatest attributes you can have as a running back. You don't really have to be the fastest there. I mean, I know coaches that play not the fastest or the strongest, but the one who can hold on to the ball better. So it's just pretty much the best attribute you can have as a running back.
What's the most anxiety type moment for you, before the team takes the field or before you get the first handoff?
I say when I first get the first handoff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then does it take a pop to kind of get you going?
After that, then it's just ready to go, because we go so fast. We don't have time to be thinking about everything. But just one good thing about the offense is that it does go fast, and you don't have time to think about what happened last play. It just makes you keep going to the next one.
Going fast, going hard. We'll see you at Notre Dame Stadium on Saturday.
Yep, you see more pregame rituals too.
All right, we'll look to see you dancing out on the field. Jamaal Williams, thank you for being with us.